What's going on, my smart marketing goons? It's Aaron here. I just want to say that I am still running a contest to win one of two $25 Amazon gift cards. All you have to do is be sure to subscribe to my channel, comment below a question about running Facebook ads, having an SMMA agency, or the core partner program if you watch my videos for that. And then once you do that, click the link in my description and follow the directions there, and you'll be entered to win that giveaway. Off the top of my head, I can't remember when I said I'm gonna end it, and then I'm gonna live stream the winner. And also during that live stream, I'm gonna be answering your questions that you guys have about, getting clients with SMMA, or, with running Facebook ads in general, or the core partner program if you're there for that too. So with that being said, let's get on with the rest of the video. So if you go around forums, Facebook groups, all this other fun stuff, you'll see that a lot of people have different opinions about doing free trials or not. Some people say that, it's good, they use the free trials to help them get new clients. And some people say that, it's terrible,
never do free trials again, ban them, disown them, whatever.
So in this video today, I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons of doing a free trial, the purpose of doing the free trial in the first place, and if you are going to do a free trial, the things you could do to make sure that your free trial that you're doing isn't like a complete waste of time. And then I'm going to end it off with my personal opinion about free trials and stuff, and the one secret that you need to know, so that way you get people to do free trials for and you keep them as clients. So let's get on with the video. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Aaron, and my goal is to help you grow a six-figure agency, as I myself am going to a six-figure agency. So if you'd like to join me on the journey, be sure to hit the subscribe button below so that way you don't miss my weekly videos about how to get more SMMA clients, running Facebook ads, all the other stuff in between as well. So that way you know how I hit six figures, so that way you can hit six figures a year as well. So the question is, should you do free trials to get more SMMA clients? So the one thing I first want to say is that a lot of different companies that you know and love, Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu, and a bunch of other different companies, use free trials to get customers themselves. So for example, Netflix offers a 7-day free trial, Amazon Prime offers a 14 or 1 month free trial, because the point of a free trial, the purpose of it, is to get you to use their services, get a taste of the services, so that way eventually you fall in love with the services that they offer, and then you are a lot more likely to pay for those services than before if you just never did the free trial in the first place. And that's great. We've all taken advantage of free trials from one product to another. And some people, make fake accounts and stuff to keep getting those free trials and stuff like that. But overall, these companies are, multi-million, multi-billion with Amazon dollar companies, meaning that there has to be something with free trials that's effective for these billion-dollar companies to do it, because if they weren't effective, why would they be doing it? Why would they be wasting their money on it? So let's go over the pros and cons of having a free trial, and specifically with SMMA agencies, and not like Amazon, because we're not Amazon for this case, unfortunately, or not yet at least. So the pros about offering a free trial for your SMMA agency to prospective clients is that it builds trust a lot faster, and it pretty much alleviates the risk for that client to take you up on your services. So especially if you're just starting out, or you're just getting started, you don't really have any track records behind you. So if a person is giving you money to run their ads, they're taking a huge risk, because without any experience to back it up, even though you may be the best Facebook advertiser, the best Google advertiser, the best SEO person out there, they simply don't know, because you don't have the case studies to prove it, for example. And even if you do, that doesn't mean that the services that you offer are going to work specifically for that business. And a lot of people are hesitant about it, because digital marketing is still sort of a newish trend. Even though it's been around for a while, but it's a newish trend for a lot of local businesses that are especially getting started with it. So, they don't see the value in it immediately. So this is where you can come in and, you can provide that value. You can, get them customers first. And then once they get a taste of, how digital marketing can help them, And once you show that you can actually get them customers through digital marketing, they're gonna think, okay, I need to actually pay this guy, because once I actually pay this guy, he's gonna do a lot better of a job with me. He's gonna get me even more customers. I can keep him around long term, and I will gladly pay for that because he's making me more money than I'm spending with him. So pretty much the main benefit of a free trial is just to get you in through the door, to get the client to trust you, so that they know that you're not just gonna take their money, do an awful job, and then just run away with it. And it also gives you experience. If you've never done Facebook ads before for anyone else, it gives you good experience of what to do, of how to, use Facebook ads and personalize those ads, so that way when you go after other clients, you know exactly what to do after that. So now we're gonna go through, oh boy, don't want to say it, the cons of offering a free trial. So the worst con and the most obvious con that there is that you don't get paid for your services. So obviously a free trial, you actually have to do it for free, and you can have them pay for the ad spend, or you can pay for the ad spend. I'll talk about that a little bit later. You overall are spending your time, your efforts, and you're not getting paid for it, unfortunately. And you're doing it for the hopes that you will get paid for it in the future, but again, you're not getting paid. And also, there's no guarantee that that free trial is going to lead to a customer anyway, even if you do get them leads, even if you do get them customers. And another reason why people say that you don't want to do free trials is because it's pretty much you're devaluing yourself, which is, I think this con's kind of, it has its, it has its both sides. So let me explain. So when people say you're devaluing yourself since you're doing this service for $0, it's pretty much saying, oh, hi, I am worth $0 to you. But as I explained in a previous video, if you haven't really done any Facebook ads before in the past, and you haven't generated any leads or sales for a customer in the past, then I'm sorry, other than your human value, your value as a human being, your digital marketing skills are worth $0 because you haven't proven yourself in some way. So a counter argument against that is that's like kind of saying, oh, Netflix is worth $0 if you just use the free trial. Amazon Prime is worth nothing if you use the free trial. Obviously, there is some value behind it, but they have to show you that value first, and then you pay for it, which is the same case here. Once you show your value, then your digital marketing skills are worth something, and then you will get paid handsomely for it. But yeah, so those are the main cons. It's no guarantee that that person's actually going to, buy from you. And also people will think you're worthless and have no value, which, as I explained before, you really do, but you just have to show them that value first so that people can see the value. So now that I've gone through the pros and cons of doing a free trial, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks so that way you can, alleviate some of those cons and be sure that the client will actually pay you after you do that free trial. So the first thing is, how long should you do a free trial for? In any case scenario, the longer you do a free trial, the more chance you have for retaining that client. One thing, however, is you don't want to do like a 1 year free trial, because then that's way too much work and effort. And then after a year, the client might just say no because he got all the value from it already. And I think even a month free trial is a bit too long because, it's a whole entire month. And you can do that if you want to, if you do have the time. But I recommend doing like around a 2-week trial. That should be enough time to, get some leads going through the door. You start to see what's working and what's not working at around 2 weeks with Facebook ads for local businesses. Anything around 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks is fine. A whole month is starting to get pretty long, and then I wouldn't do anything past a month. And then another question is, when you do a free trial, should you pay for the ad spend, or should the client pay for the ad spend? So if you want to alleviate the risk even more and have even more of a chance to land that client, I would pay for some of the ad spend. So I would say, maybe $50, or if you have the money, $100 from an ad spend and an ad credit for the most part for them. And then they can pay for the rest of the ad spend, depending on how much they actually want to spend on Facebook ads. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Many people are okay with just, spending the ad spend and not spending they just don't want to pay for your campaign management fee. So if you can, even offering just a $10 credit, any amount of money, it's going to alleviate the risk for them even further. And you're a lot more likely to even get that free trial in the first place. And also, before you do a free trial, make sure that they can actually afford your services. So if you're gonna charge $1,500 a month, you don't want to do a free trial to a person that can only pay you $500 a month for your services if you demand $1,500 a month for all of it. You want to be sure before you do the free trial, you show them your proposal, you show them something, you tell them that, hey, if we decide to work together long term, I'm going to be charging this amount per month, and I would expect you to spend X amount in ad spend. Are you okay with that? And if they say, yes, we're okay with it, go ahead and do the free trial. If they say no, then that's great. You didn't waste their time. They didn't waste your time. So you can just go on from there. And just with that being said, I just want to let you guys know that just offering, hey, I can run your Facebook ads for free is not going to overall just lead you to an automatic customer to do a free trial with, because even though you offer to run their Facebook ads for free, you still don't have the trust. You still haven't built trust with them in order for them to take up your services with you. So I just want to put that out there. Just because you're offering a free trial doesn't mean that you're gonna have people just running to your door, claim those free trials, and then pay you for it for the most part. And even so, if people are just running to you to get those free trials, they might be trying to take advantage of you for that case. You should only really use free trials to, build more trust after you've had somewhat of a relationship with them, after you've talked with them a little bit, then use the free trial, get them to go over that one extra obstacle and work with you as their Facebook advertiser or whatever digital marketing service that you do. And one last thing I want to say is just make sure you just don't promise any exorbitant claims for the most part. For example, don't say like, oh, I'll triple, quadruple, 8 trillion your sales with the 2 weeks I have your Facebook ads, because then they're gonna actually hold that to you. And then once you didn't quadrillion their sales, they're gonna be like, hey, you didn't quadrillion my sales, aka you're a liar, get out of my business. I'm not paying you a cent. So pretty much you just want to say, hey, I'm going to get you some more leads. Make sure that you set them straight. Make sure you say, I'm not going to promise I'm going to double your sales in 2 weeks. Not going to promise that you're going to be able to afford that Lamborghini you always wanted. I'm just going to get you some leads, hopefully get you some initial customers, get things up and running. And then once I get things up and running and we work together long term, then we can talk about how I could potentially triple your sales, double your sales, and then say stuff like that. You don't want to guarantee anything for the most part, but you just want to say that, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to do the very best I can for you. You can guarantee that. I know all the tips and strategies that's going to generate you customers, but again, there are no guarantees. You may lose money at the start. Who knows, you might even double your sales at the start, but we can't tell until we actually do it and test it. So be sure to set your customers straight when you do the free trial. So lastly, what is my personal opinion on free trials? And I say, go ahead and do it. If someone came to me, like think of it this way, like put yourself in the business's shoes. The business spent, hundreds and thousands of dollars. Maybe they're in such deep debt already, right? If someone came to me offering their services and I was hesitant about them, and they say, hey, I'll do it for you for free, and once you see some results from them, then we could talk about working together long term. And I would take them up on it. I would say like, okay, yeah, I will definitely, if you can get me a few leads within this week or so, then I'll be glad to pay you for that as well. And then if they get me those leads, then of course I'll be happy to pay them because I see the value in them. And if I'm paying $1,500 for something and I'm getting $4,000 back in return, that's a no-brainer. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I definitely think you should use free trials to your own advantage if you want to. But what I've noticed is that if you've built a relationship with them, if they already see that you know what you're doing, then you don't really need to offer the free trial. So like, for example, if let's say you go to a networking event and you help a potential customer out, saying, hey, you could do this with your Facebook ads, or I recommend moving this. You explain some things, you answer their questions. You don't need to offer a free trial. I mean, maybe if they're hesitant at first, Then you can say, hey, I can run your Facebook ads for free for a week, just cover the ad spend, and then you'll be good to go. In most cases, you can just tell them the prices, and then they'll more than likely, if it fits their budget, they'll be like, okay, yeah, let's get started. You don't really need to offer a free trial if you've built a good relationship before. What I say is, if it's cold or you need to do it, definitely offer the free trial. Or if you're like, you know, if you're cold messaging people, like I do in my 6 cold messages and 3 booked calls video, offer the free trial immediately. Just using the free trial alone isn't going to, you know, guarantee you like customers for the most part. But it will help if you've already had a relationship with them, and it will, you know, bring them over that obstacle for you to run their Facebook ads, and then hopefully you'll do a great job, bring them leads and get them sales. And then once they see that, they'll definitely sign you in as a client. So that is my opinion on free trials, if you should do them or whether you should not do them. Click on the video up there of how I went to this networking event and I was able to fill my calendar with warm calls because of it. I'll see you guys in that video. Have a great day.